Hello, welcome back for the Transformation Journey Roadmap online course. I'm Sheila Lange, your host and guide, and we're with Stage 2, Make Attitude Adjustments, Lesson 1, Mindset Shifts. So a reminder, you know this, it's just worth repeating, inner edges are challenging because the edge, it's the boundary between what you believe about who you are and the newer unknown parts of yourself, especially with mindset shifting. It's really recognizing you're bigger than you think you are, and to help massage and shift those habitual small making attitudes that you carry that all of us have. No one's to blame, but we all have. And so at the edge, we want to kind of wiggle out of those a bit and be more open to the vista inside of who we are and the unknown parts of ourselves that are emerging. So we're working with the Transformation Journey Roadmap, a guide to navigate the edges of change. And it's a 6-stage process. Right now, we're focusing on stage 2, make attitude adjustments. And I just want to remind you that we're going to go through the course with all 6 stages in sequence, but you don't need to do that. You may find as you're in the course, you really resonate with stage 4 or stage 6, and that's okay. I just want you to have the background and support of knowing what each stage is so you can go to it as you need it. So there's no shoulds. Although I do feel stage 1 is the right place to start because you got to be able to track those inner figures so that you know what they're up to and you can do an Aikido move and not get caught by their fragmented, wounded stories if possible. And again, that's a lifelong journey. So here's the roadmap, and we're working with stage 2. So visionary, because I designed this course to help those of you who feel overwhelmed as empathetic sponges to become and grow into the empowered visionary change agent that you are. This course is for sensitives, for empathetic, intuitive folks, and most of us have been enculturated to not know how to carry that gift in a healthy way. Because when you're a visionary, you have unusual foresight and imagination. And this course is all about helping you to claim that and own it and be resourced by it so that if you want, you can bring it as a gift to the world. So in stage 2, make attitude adjustments, what we're focusing on is making key mindset shifts to develop a visionary mindset. So here's stage 2, lesson 1, learning outcomes. I'm going to give you an introduction to stage 2. To understand the basics of mindset shift, as I'm defining it, there are countless ways that you can do mindset shifts. I'll just give you my little version of it that I'm offering you in the program. You'll get the basics of mindfulness meditation, or you'll be reminded, because many of you are meditators, I'm going to call you back to a good practice if you're willing, and to complete mindset shift practice number 1. That's what we're up to in this lesson. So stage 2, this is your stage when you know that you need to make attitude adjustments or mindset shifts. You're really on that. It's like, there's that attitude again. I need to shift it. You're ready to take action to change those limiting mindsets. You know, it's one thing to notice it and that's fine, but sometimes you just know that's it. I got to lean in and do it. You're willing to do mindset shifting practice of mindfulness meditation. It's essential. I feel particularly in the crazy, tumultuous, very painful, disruptive times we live in, to have some kind of steady meditation practice is absolutely essential for us to remember who we really are and to have ways to ground ourselves in a deeper truth. And also this stage is here for you when you want to expand your mindset using process work practices, which I'm going to introduce you to in this stage. So remember, you're more than you think you are. That's just it. So here's my definition of mindset. A set of beliefs or a way of thinking that determines one's behavior, outlook, and mental attitude. Maya Angelou tells us, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Whoa, that is like medicine. That is a big truth. If you can't change it, change your attitude. You know, a bad attitude is like a flat tire. You can't go anywhere until you change it. And any of you, like me, who felt caught chasing my tail with my certain limiting attitude, habitual way of looking at things, some of those inner protectors that we talked about in Stage one, it's like having a flat tire. I can't go forward because I keep clunking myself. That's a bad attitude. Now, it's normal to have negative thoughts. Our minds evolved to track danger and problems, and sometimes fear is helpful. Like, we have to remember, where's the lion? Where's the wolf? Where's the predator, or where's the ones that might do harm to me or my people? So it's not that negative thoughts are wrong. They're part of being human, and they sometimes can really be helpful. The problem is when you believe the negative or fearful thoughts to be true and become entangled with their limiting perspectives. Now, I want to be really clear here. I'm not trying to do some ungrounded new age nonsense with you to say there's no problem, think positive thoughts, it'll all go away. There's a superficiality to that attitude that I don't agree with. But what I do want to point out is when you recognize the fearful thoughts and you get entangled and you keep feeding them, it's like you get in a rondo, you get in this loop, you just go over and over again with the fear and anxiety, and you've just lost yourself. That's what the problem I'm talking about. You can have the negative thoughts, and then you have the maturity or the strength inside to be discerning. Is this a thought I have to pay attention to right now? Or is this habitual? And, I think I'm going to step away from that old hamster cage that I get into with those fears. That's what I'm talking about. There's nuances here. So, how do you shift your mindset? You make attitude adjustments. You reset your mind. And I'm very, very humbly aware that when I say that, much easier said than done, because it is lifelong work. We live in a culture that is full of wounded and very harmful attitudes and mindsets. So even if we get ourselves more clear, we still live in a place where there's a lot of wounded attitudes. And so we have to keep working to get clear. All right, what mindset am I going to carry? Now, for thousands of years, people have practiced mindfulness meditation as a way to alleviate suffering and access their true nature. It's a proven, simple, yet profound practice to support you to make life-changing attitude adjustments. Mindfulness is the key to the present moment. Without it, we cannot see the world clearly, and we simply stay lost in the wanderings of our mind. And this is Joseph Goldstein continuing. Mindfulness is the basis for wise action. When we see clearly what is happening in the moment, wisdom can direct our choices and actions rather than old habits simply playing out our patterns of conditioning. That's really, for me, the heart of mindset shift, is to have a clarity. What's happening in the moment? Not caught in the past, not futurizing forward, but right now, present moment. What's happening? Being mindful. And then we can really, from that place, make decisions about choices and actions rather than being under the spell of the old habits just playing out our conditioning. Very wise words from Joseph Goldstein. So I want to invite you to recognize the basic steps of mindfulness meditation. And again, for most of you, this is a reminder, but if it's new for you, welcome. And I'm just going to go over basic steps. Everybody has their own way of doing mindfulness meditation, but these are just like core ones. The first thing, and I'm going to invite you as soon as I finish going over the steps to actually have a short meditation process together. So first, take a seat if you're sitting. You can be on a cushion like the gentleman I'm showing you here, on a chair with your feet flat on the floor, whatever is comfortable for you. Just let your body feel that right now. And then find your sitting position. Sit upright with straight back, and your hands can be palms down, cupped on your thighs. Some people use a mudra gesture, whatever again is most comfortable for you. I love my own meditation teacher has reminded me when I sit up straight, imagine my spine as a stack of gold coins. Just that. And it also evokes the dignity that meditation brings us. We're taking our seat in our true nature. And then notice and follow your breath. It's simple with mindfulness. Again, easier said than done. You're placing your attention gently on the out breath. That's one way of doing it. So as you breathe in, You just notice as the out breath comes, just notice it coming by your nostrils. You can follow your breath that way or the out breath, the in breath, whatever's comfortable. And then you note any thoughts or feelings that arise as you're sitting in this place, and as much as possible without judgment. And so if you find there's a thought, you just notice it. Again, I recognize how challenging that is. And then when you lose your place in the process, you notice that and you just start back again. There's no shaming yourself. There's no going over, I lost my place in my meditation. It's like, let it go, relax. Okay, just come back to the breath. And most people do their mindfulness meditation practice with the eyes closed. Some people have their eyes open, whatever is most comfortable for you. So, this is just for most of you a review of basic steps of mindfulness meditation. So, here's mindset shift practice number one. Do a very short mindfulness meditation practice, which I'm going to invite you to do with me right now. So, 3 minutes of mindfulness meditation. I'm actually going to have a little bell for me and for you. Set that up. I'm going to invite you to get comfortable in that seated position, whatever's right. You can also stand if you want, that's an option. Nice and straight, spine straight, relaxed, hands in whatever position is comfortable. Gently close your eyes and let's have 3 minutes of mindfulness meditation. Okay. Invite you to gently open your eyes and just notice how you are now with no attachment to what the results are. Just notice how you are after doing the simple mindfulness meditation practice. So here's my invitation to you with this stage 2, lesson 1. Continue to do mindset shift practice number 1. I invite you to set your timer and do a daily 5-minute mindfulness meditation practice for 1 week and really lean into this. Many of the folks that come to work with me, they've got busy and they've dropped off from their meditation practice, and they say, I just don't have time. And I'm like, you have 5 minutes a day. Just do 5 minutes a day for 1 week, and then maybe do 5 minutes a day for a second week, and so forth. So that's my challenge to you, to continue to do this mindset shift practice number 1. So thank you. You completed your first mindset shift practice. And here's where we've been in stage 2, lesson 1. You've completed these learning outcomes. You got an introduction to stage 2. You understood the basics of mindset shifts. You got the basics, or were reminded of the basics of mindfulness meditation, and you completed mindset shift practice number 1. So now in lesson 2, you'll explore how to use a process work practice to shift your mindset. When you're ready, come and join me in lesson 2.